Well, walking up to the monument, this is the camp area. Well, it's going to be a slightly damp walk here. I'm just cutting the trail off here. I'll be walking back on it in a few minutes. Anyway, I think this is this spot where hikers camp here before starting. I see a couple of porta potties. Kind of looks like it might be it. Anyway, it's May 13th, and weather is very nice. Very nice, as you can see. Pretty much perfect hiking weather. So I'll continue up to the monument, do my duty, turn around and walk north. "11:50 a.m. I'm going to cross those railroad tracks and eventually top out over that far ridge up there. Crossing Highway 94. Trail basically cuts the corner at Forest Gate Road, which is around that corner behind that knoll. First on-trail water source. Don't really see much flow, but you could filter it. So I think the water is going to be looking good for the first bunch of sections here. It's probably going to be north of Tehachapi that it gets maybe a little dicey. Just one long stretch in there. Water source, oh, I'm going to guess maybe mile 2.5, give or take. There's another source up here that's been very regular. So, coming up on the first railroad crossing. I noticed when I left the terminus, there were 6 other entries before me today. One I think was a pair of day hikers, so maybe 5 backpackers throughs. Well, at mile like 4.2, this is a wonderful sight. And this is going to be a break spot. Very nice. And temperature has got to be at least in the 70s. So I'm taking the leggings off. Yeah, brand new leggings. And I got the right size and type, so I don't have to snap them in. That's good. Anyway, yeah, definitely going to be in the warm weather outfit for sure. It's going to be a little warm for the next few miles until I top out and drop down into Hauser. Oh, well, I would say less than a mile up from that wonderful little stream I took a break at. We have water you could filter. Must be around mile 5-ish. Alright, between those two peaks and the ridge way in the background should be Mount Laguna territory, which will be day after tomorrow, I hope. Another on-trail water source with a little flow, because I can hear it trickling down there. I'm going to guess this might be mile 6 or 7. I'm working my way up toward the top of the ridge where you could see a lot of fire damage from years ago. So, looking down on that nice little meadow. Another on-trail water source. Still making my way up to the top of this ridge. So maybe around mile 8 or so. There is flow. So, yeah, that's a good sign. Taking a break at mile 8.8. I'm basically looking southbound. There's a road, a dirt road that runs across the screen there. You can't really see it much, but it's there. And to the left here is northbound toward Hauser Creek and Canyon. Camped here last year with a group. It's about 3 o'clock. Just finished a short break here in the shade. Looks like it's about close to 80 degrees or high 70s. Not bad, a little bit of a breeze. So I've got about 6.5 miles to camp. All right, that's 2 to 3 hours. Should be good. Right along there is the trail, and way in the far distance, the highest ridge, farthest ridge you can see probably is Mount Laguna. Alrighty, well, the trail's going to kind of come across below that ridge there over toward those powered lines, and then if you can see the dirt road, we walk back this way on that, down, and eventually drop down into the canyon, which you cannot see, down in there, Hauser Canyon. And then the climb is right up there. So that's probably going to be tomorrow morning. It's, I don't know, a little over a mile up, pretty steep. It's fully exposed, so you can imagine what it's like in a hot afternoon. No fun. Anyway, today is great, temps in the 70s, breeze. So if I had the strength and desire, I could go ahead and pull off that climb today, but no, don't need to do that. Trail water source. This one's flowing. Where is it? Well, I don't know, I'm gonna guess maybe mile 12-ish. I have not yet made it over to the dirt road to come back and drop down into Hazard Creek yet, so that's where it is approximately. Anyway, not bad. Coming up on the little dirt road walk, which will lead to the junction and the trail that switchbacks down to the bottom of Hauser Canyon. So, walk this for a little bit. I don't know, I'm gonna say maybe a third to half a mile, something like that. Coming up on the junction here, off the dirt road, back on the trail, dropping down to Hazard Creek. Down there, the trail's gonna switch back its way down this little canyon here. Yeah, this sign is, the yellow sign is definitely, every year it seems to get a little bit more interesting. I see they've added a little extra here. All right, so directly straight across, if it shows up on camera, you might be able to see the trail switch back right straight up there. And just to the left of that bare rocky thing up on that saddle. That's the main climb. Tomorrow morning. Yeah. Well, coming into the bottom of Hauser Canyon and Hauser Creek, which should show up any moment. A lot of poison oak down here, so gotta watch out. There we go. Yeah. It's a welcome sight. Having water down here, wow. There are a number of years where it's dry. All right. Let's see what the camping's like. Come back and grab some water. Looks like there's minimal cell service here. Check it out later. So crossing the dirt road that goes down the canyon, Border Patrol uses it, and out that way are some private dwellings and some gates. Anyway, here's the trail that starts up the uphill tomorrow morning anyway. Let's see what exists here. I thought I might run into someone down here, but I know there are a few people ahead of me. They must have pushed on. Good for them. I've done the first 20 in one day a couple times. That's enough. This looks good.